bringing peace to your lives. I think that's one of the aims.
It is.
Yeah,
definitely.
And to talk to you about her book as well, and what she can do with her Simply Organised when she comes to your home and helps you within your home. So hopefully we'll all take something, even if it's something different from this evening. So
Absolutely.
thank you, Amy.
Thank you,
I'll pass
Claire.
over to you.
Do you mind just tapping the keyboard at some point, because it says inactive warning.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure if we
I'll
have to
go
do anything
over
in
there and
particular, otherwise we might lose
No,
ourselves.
that's fine.
Thank you for having me. Lovely to meet you all. Hopefully I'll get a chance to talk to you afterwards and get to know you a little bit. So I'm Amy of Simply Organised. So my business is called Simply Organised and my book is called Simply Organised. And we're out. This is a good start, isn't it? No? Working now?
Yeah.
Is that you or me? That might be me. So, I'm a multifaceted woman, as all of you are. So I'm a mum to Elijah, who's sitting over there, and Jessie, who's playing maths in the room next door. Wife to Cal. I'm an author, so I published my book in October this year. So in September I decided to write a book, and 54 days later I had the book in my hand.
Wow.
So it was a very organised procedure, and I absolutely loved it. It took me 9 days to write the material, and then the publishing process took about 43 days. So heaps of fun writing a book, and I've really enjoyed hearing the stories of lots of people who have read the book and sending me photos of what they're able to do. So that's really exciting. I've been called a declutter queen. Didn't name myself the declutter queen, but I kind of like it. It's a bit of fun. That's really what I love doing, is really that decluttering. And I'll explain to you in a minute the difference between the decluttering and the organising. And obviously I'm a professional organiser. So I've been a professional organiser for about 4.5 years. Professionally, been doing it volunteer, friends, family, for many, many years before that. Come and join us. But took on it as my career and my profession about 4.5 years ago, and just love it. Like, I get to meet the most amazing women, be in their homes, see transformation. It's such a rewarding job. So tonight we're going to talk about decluttering our way to a successful 2017. We'll talk about how to spend 15 minutes each Sunday night preparing for your week ahead, how to remove guilt and increase motivation for getting organised. Nothing good ever comes from guilt. Tips for toy storage and organisation. Preparing for a successful school year. How many of you have school-age children? Yeah, beautiful. Decluttering and mental health, something I just love. There's new studies coming out all the time as people start to look into the correlation between clutter and mental health. So it's a pretty exciting thing for me. And obviously we'll have a chance for questions. So if you've got questions as we go, just chuck your hand up. We're a nice small group. Throw me some curly ones. Tell me about an area of your house you just can't figure out a solution to, because I'd certainly love to help you work it out. So first of all, I'm just going to show you some before and after photos, and have a look, see if you can kind of relate to either the before or the after. And I suppose I want you to see if within yourself you can look at the pictures without judging those who had the befores, because we've all been there. Let's be honest, I've been there. And the after is not because she's a superwoman or not because she's a super mum, but because she just put her mind to it and had something achieved. So I know which one I visually like looking at better, and I'm sure it's the same for you. I provide these to all my clients because once you're tidy, you think, oh, I've probably always been this tidy. And then you look at the before photo and you think, oh, right, yep, no, that's where we came from. So these are all clients I've done in the last few months. And they get a copy of these so that they can look back and know really what they're heading towards and what they want their place to look like. So decluttering versus organising. I'd never really thought about decluttering as a thing. It was just something I always did. But as I wrote the book and as I've developed the business, there is a real distinction between decluttering and organising. Now I do both, and in order to organise you really do need to declutter, but I thought I'd explain them for you. So decluttering is getting rid of unnecessary items in your home. So that's what the pile looks like after you've decluttered. It's pretty much the rubbish, the stuff that you don't need anymore. And then organising is having a home for everything and having everything in its home. So you know where stuff goes, and not only do you know where it goes, but you actually put it where it goes. So another way to think of it is when you've finished a roast dinner, you've got leftovers and you've got scraps. And the scraps go in the bin and the leftovers are put in a container and put in the fridge. So the scraps are your the declutter, and the leftovers that you want to use and know where they are so you can make it the next meal is the organising. So I'm going to talk to you about the power of 15 minutes. I absolutely love this because when someone puts their mind to it, 15 minutes can actually be really effective, efficient. You can get heaps done in 15 minutes. Hi ladies, you might need to grab a wheelie chair if that's all right, because we're kind of running a bit short.
Sure.
So 15 minutes, when you put the timer on, when you set your mind to it, 15 minutes, you can get heaps and heaps and heaps done. So I'll show you a few different ways of how I do that and how I help clients do that. So the weekly declutter challenge. So if organising your whole home just seems completely overwhelming and you don't have the finances to hire a professional, I send out weekly declutter emails. So it has one thing each week that says go and declutter this, and it won't take you more than 15 minutes. So this week I think I sent out decluttering photo frames. So it's one item, one really simple thing where you go around, collect any photo frames you're not using anymore and send them off to the op shop. And so when you set your mind to achieving them, you actually see consistently every week you've got a different thing. So it's books one week, it might be tea towels one week, sunglasses one week. So really specific, and then over the weeks it actually comes together. So I'm going to show you, if it works, a video just that comes out, just so you have an idea of what they're like and how simple the task is and how really anyone can achieve it in 15 minutes. So that's the kind of videos that go out every Wednesday and every Monday, depending on whether it's Facebook or email that you're connected through. Really simple. So could you do that in 15 minutes, do you think? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you just gather them all, and each one, so 52 have all been sent out, and then they're on YouTube if you want to go back. So you can always go back and have a look at them. There are other declutter challenges, but they give you like massive amounts to do, and it's every day for 31 days. I work, I have children, I'm not that motivated sometimes, and so it's good to have once a week and you can have the different things. So something I talk about in the book and something we do as a family is the 15-minute weekly organise. So that's a bit different. So we've done the 15-minute declutter, and the 15-minute weekly organise is what we do on a Sunday night before the kids go to bed. So it's after dinner, everyone's chillaxed in their pyjamas. We get everyone involved. So in our family, we're all quite competitive, all four of us. And so we put the timer on the microwave and we go, we've got 15 minutes, kids. We've got to get the house back to how we want it to look for the week ahead. So weekends, we've often had board games out, or there are kids' clothes or jacket that someone's taken off, the basketball hasn't been put away. You know, like we're a normal family. And so on Sunday nights, I want to get the house ready for the week ahead. So I work from home. I don't like working in clutter. And so everyone just pitches in. So I use a washing basket. So I can get the washing basket on my hip,